Welcome to your standing Pilates workout. No mat, no equipment, no excuses. Before we get started today, if you want to get consistent with your workouts and your healthy habits, I've got a free 7-day or weekly checklist that you can download, print, put it on the fridge, and you can snag that link in the description below. This is a quick standing workout that's going to improve balance, stiffness. You might even get your heart rate up a little bit. So if that's something that you were needing today, hit that like below. Let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to get started with our feet. Let's go a little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're going to start with some arm circles. So you're going to bring the arms up the front, overhead, and out to the side. And again, up and open. Let's add some breath. As you reach up, you're going to inhale, and as you float them down, you're going to exhale. And the reason is because when we lift our arms overhead, the chest naturally opens. So that's when we're going to fill it with air. So big breath in and out. And then also think of growing taller with every reach up and down. Good. Let's add a twist to this. You're going to reach up, grow taller, keep that height as you twist. Come back to the center, inhaling up, and exhale, arms float down in a twist. Good. Now, to get a nice rotation in the spine, it helps to grow tall first. So we want to lengthen it and then twist it. And also you'll get a little bit more effectiveness if you try to keep your hips square towards me or towards the front. Good. One more full one. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhaling up and exhale, twist. Good. Next we're going to do what's called a standing cat. I'm going to turn to the side, you don't have to. But you're going to put your hands on your thighs and you're going to take your tailbone back so that you're not sitting forward in the knees. And support yourself with your arms. Okay, from here you're going to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, drop your head, round up like a cat. Good. Again, I just want to reiterate, you want to use your arms for support so there's no pressure in your back. Exhale, round. I think of it like an accordion blowing out air when we squeeze the ribs together. Good, let's do 2 more because they feel oh so good. One more time. If you're tight in that upper back, if you really lift your breastbone to the ceiling, you'll get even more of that little stretch. Good. Now we're going to come back and we're going to pause here. And again, we're making sure the knees match the toes. So while we've got our arms here for support, we want to check that out. Hip width apart, knees forward, toes forward, and tailbone back. Again, just to show you what not to do. That. Okay, so we're going to memorize this. Pull our abs into support and put our hands on our hips. We're going to come back up and go back down. So just got you into a squat. I don't know, did I sneak that in? Your weight is centered on your feet, but mostly in the heels. You should be able to lift the toes. That lets us know that you aren't shifting that weight forward into your kneecaps. Abs are in to support your low back in this hinge. And I like to keep my head in line with the rest of my spine. So my head goes with me. Versus Pez, like what I like to call Pez head. All right, let's get our heart rate up by adding arms. Arms come up, arms come down. Inhale and exhale. Let's go 8 more. 8 and 7. Keep breathing. 6. Ribs in. I'm sweating. I don't know about you. I'm outdoors in Bali. Oh, I think I'm throwing an extra one in here. That's okay. Let's do it together. 1, and you're going to come back up. Good. Okay, now we're still gonna stick with that little bit of a squat, but we're gonna add a standing balance to it. You can have your arms out on your hips, up to you. We'll go, this one's just gonna be more of a mini squat. So you're gonna do a mini squat. You're gonna use your stomach to pull this knee up, and we're gonna balance 2, 3. Mini squat, come up. Think of this, I don't like to use the word crunch, but think of using your stomach here to pull this knee up. We go down, come up and hold, squeeze your butt on this side. So that's the trick with balancing, is when you go into the balance, we want to lock the hips. So you squeeze your butt, pull your abs in and up, and I promise that will help. That's my little special sauce for these balance challenges. I've been talking with a few of you in the comments about that, which has been fun. I love connecting with you guys. All right, one more each side. What do you think? Mini squat and up. Good. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of oblique work, which is the muscles on the sides of your stomach. So we're going to make ourselves into like an X. That's how I think of it. Feet are kind of wide, arms are up and out. From here, we're going to step onto the right foot, and we're going to bring the opposite knee towards the opposite elbow, and then we're going to come back. So this isn't as much of a balance, well, it is a balance challenge, but we can speed this one up a little bit. We don't have to do the whole. We've already done that. But what I want you to think about with this one is it's not about bringing the knee to the elbow. It's more that what happens when we do that, if that makes, stick with me here. When we bring the knee down, the opposite shoulder comes to the opposite hip, and that's what makes that muscle, the oblique that I was talking about, fire. So again, I don't really like the word crunch in a Pilates class, but think of every time we're making the movement, opposite hip is coming up towards the shoulder, and you're getting that little squeeze in the abs. I'll be honest, I'm not counting. Let's do one more each way, and you'll learn that about me. And good. All right, next and finally, we're gonna lace our thumbs together like that, and we're gonna reach them overhead. And I don't know, this may sound a little bit woo-woo. I consider myself only one part woo, but we're gonna reach up to the ceiling, and if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to picture in your mind's eye that when you reach up, you are pulling your vertebra apart. You're making space in the spine, like traction, like they do in the chiropractor's office. So we're pulling it apart, and you're going to take a big breath in and take oxygen and put it in between those vertebrae. Good. And now let's imagine that we've grown, let's say an inch. Good. And now let's keep that height of our head, that length of the spine, as we slowly drop the arms down. Nice work. Be sure to check out the other workouts that I have here on the channel, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm posting new workouts here every week.